have a monkey in your pants?
This is a video response to, who is it? Nes Nutters. Hold on, I'm a bit unorganised this evening. Nes Nutter, guy called Lee. I just recently discovered his channel through some other people doing some video responses. I'll put a link to his question video if you like down below, and also his channel down below. Check him out, some decent stuff there. Recently subscribed to it. Itchy eyeball, excuse me. Really itchy eyeball. I enjoy Iron Brew. That's not what I wanted to say. I enjoy these question video response things. It's a way to get involved, and sometimes you find out a bit about other people that you maybe didn't normally find out just by watching their normal content, if that makes sense. So 10, we'll call them 10 gaming questions is what the Nes Nutter called it. Did he? Hold on, told you it was like 10 gaming questions and answers for you guys. So it's a video response to him. And I will be looking at the screen because it's got the questions there, so excuse my face. I've got a really sore neck. Oh, cunt. Sorry, bad words. Question 1 is the game that made you most angry. Recently? I'll show you. And I've only got 2% battery life left, so I'll have to show you quick. Can you see that bastard in game? That game makes me mega angry. If I'm playing that and I start getting a high score and I die, I get instant rage. But if I start getting a high score and I think I'm going to do good, I start getting anxious because I think I'm going to do good, and then I die, and then I get instant rage. So that makes me angry. Any game, I find any game, I do get anger issues when I'm playing some games if I die. Especially if I die, I just look at the light, I'm blind. Especially if I die repeatedly at the same spot. I won't throw a remote control. Am I playing with a Wii or a telly? I won't throw the controller down nowadays because they're quite expensive, but I'll usually punch my leg really hard and have a hairy fit if I get annoyed or die a lot. But recently, Flappy Bird or whatever the hell that stupid game's called, and also The Last of Us, there was a certain point I kept dying in, and that was doing my nut. And as for retro games, I can't think of any off the top of my head, so that is the answers coming out of my face for that. Emulation. Question 2. Emulation, yes or no? Oh, no, yeah, no, yes, no, no, yes, no. I can't decide. Me personally, I'd rather play on you can see all the little doohickeys down there, all the proper machines and consoles and stuff if I can. But if homebrewing stuff you can't, I don't want to say no because it makes me sound like it's bad, but it's not bad, because if you've not got space, or you've not got money, or if you've not got, do you know what I mean, to maybe if there's a really expensive game that was £200-300 and I couldn't afford, then, and if I wanted to play on it, then the only way to be able to play it would be emulation or an EverDrive cart. That's probably a better way than emulation, actually. Emulation, yes or no? Yes, because it preserves things for future generations, especially, for example, like Spectrum tapes, when they go tits up, although you can get a compact flash device for the Spectrum so you can still play it on the original hardware. But I'll say yes because it preserves things for future. Question 3. When you were young, where did you buy your games? When I was really young, I didn't get many games, although I did have computers. For example, I remember having a Game Boy, and I had Tetris for a year. Sad face. And I had to borrow games off my friends. I don't know why. I only had Tetris for a year. But with the exception of that, for example, I would always remember going down to, when I was really young, first sort of gaming, whatever, I'd go down to John Menzies, I think it would have been called, WH Smith's nowadays. Woolworths as well. Those two, so you'd see the Spectrum games in there. There used to be a little shop in town where you could get Super Nintendo games, and there used to be another shop, like a sort of early cash converter trade at any type shop thing, and they had new games or whatever, so there as well. But probably mostly really young first memories of buying games was probably for the Spectrum, and I think that was John Menzies. I was going to say W. Smith, John Menzies. Need a drink. I've not looked at the question, so I'm unprepared. Favourite looking console? I need some inspiration. Hold on. That's giving me no inspiration. I should have had like a cat there, eh? Like Dr. Evil. Favourite looking console? I'm probably going to say, to be honest with you, the original PlayStation, the PlayStation 1. I don't know what it is about it. If I could be bothered to unplug it, I'd bring it over. But I really like it. It's like rectangular with a circle on the top, obviously. But I remember graphic design at school. I remember drawing it 3D isometric sort of view. Took ages to do it, but I really like the original PlayStation design. And even more modern, I really like the PlayStation 4. Question 5, favourite gaming era? I take it mean like which sort of like 16-bit. Is that what was meant? 16-bit. Amazing consoles, massive jump over the 8-bit systems, and some of the best games released ever. 16 bits, just amazing, classic. Question 6. If next gen was download only, would you still buy the console? If I didn't have this monster of a PC, maybe. Yes, because it'd probably be the only way to play modern games. But as long as they didn't rip the piss and they made the price, drop the prices of games. For example, Steam. Anybody who games on PCs, you know that Steam games are cheap and they have sales often. Because obviously with download only, you're not getting a physical copy, so you're stuck with it forever. So you don't want to necessarily pay £40 for every single game and then you can't do anything with it ever again. So I would buy a digital only console if I didn't have the PC. If I did have the PC, probably not, but they would also have to make the games a hell of a lot cheaper than what they are for digital downloads just now on consoles and compared to retail stores. Question 7, favourite game character? It's going to be Mario. Fuck you, Sonic. Mario. Or Dizzy from the 8-bit Spectrum days. But Mario. Mario. It's a me, a Mario. Love Mario games. I still play Super 3D Mario Wii U, whatever the frig it's called, but I need to get a Wii U first. But Mario, I love Mario. I also love Link from Zelda, but Mario, classic character. A game series that you always hated. Ooh, let me think. I don't need to think. This is quite easy. It has to be FIFA. Probably the only FIFAs that I've enjoyed was one of the FIFAs on the SNES for the Americans, or the SNES. One of the first ones, but FIFA. Fucking hate FIFA. No, can we scrap that? Change my mind. Any hockey games, NHL, whatever, Madden games, there you go. All Madden games ever is my decision. Sorry. All Madden games. Used to play them on the Mega Drive, and you know how you got the bit where you could select your play pattern thing. I don't even know what it is. I don't understand American football apart from the wear big suits and just run at each other like big ladies playing rugby. But you choose your play patterns and you go forward a bit and you get all Madden games. Fucking hated them on the Mega Drive and I've hated them ever since. Question 8. Disc stroke cart only or boxed and complete? Has to be disc stroke cart only. Well, not disc only. Disc games I will buy them boxed. I'm not going to have loose discs kicking about. They'll get damaged and whatever. And disc games, they're not tremendously expensive for a boxed one. So for disc games, it's always going to be boxed. For cart games, 2 rules actually. Mega Drive games, Master System games have to be boxed. The reason being is they came originally in hard boxes. If they've not got instructions, they're not got instructions, it's not the end of the world. But they came in these hard clamshell cases, as we all know, and there's no reason for it not to have those. I've seen myself just pass by Mega Drive games in charity shops. They might be £1, £2 because they're not boxed. I don't want them. They have to be boxed. Super Nintendo, loose. Why? Because they didn't come in hard boxes originally. So the games are a lot pricier because they came in cardboard boxes. I even remember myself as a kid getting Super Nintendo games and throwing the cardboard boxes in the bin. I know, right? And because for the Super Nintendo, I'm obviously collecting American games, and Super Nintendo games are pretty bloody pricey as it is. So to get boxed, it would just be ridiculous. So 2 answers for question number 8. No, that's question number 9. Disc games, boxed. Carts, if it's a Mega Drive or a Master System, boxed. Super Nintendo, loose. Question 10. A zombie has broken into your house. You can grab one thing within a 2-meter radius of where you are now to defend yourself with. What do you use? Shit, really? Hold on. I've got a sore neck and you're making me look about. How long? I've also got a measuring tape. This was seriously not planned. See, when I was moving my room about, I had to like measure stuff to make sure it fit. I'm that anal. I've got a sore neck. I did say that. Oh, 2 meters. Right, I have to do this properly. 2 meters. There's 2 meters away over there. Oh no! 2 meters is there. So I cannot pick up the Wiimote. Oh, my neck's killing me. Don't know what I'll pick up. The heaviest thing I can find at the moment. Damn! That's within 2 meters. I would have this to defend myself. I could surely do some damage with that. And it might come in handy later on if I need to create anything A-Team style out of junk like an armoured vehicle. Big stabby zombie stabby screwdriver. Nah, it's too cheap and light, that is. Nah. One hit out of that and it would be broken. I might get a zombie DD, but it would be broken. Sorry, original answer. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to get like done by the police or something. Screwdriver. So there you go then, guys. A bit unprepared that. I didn't really look at the questions before I gave the answers. But that was my response to Nes Nutter's 10 gaming questions and answers. I'll put a link down to his original video down below. Please check him out. I've just discovered the guy myself recently. Some decent content in there. So still can't speak. Fuck boss. Might well worth checking out if you haven't checked him out before or aren't already subscribed to him. It's because I didn't drink much Iron Brew, isn't it? But as always, guys, thank you much for watching. I'm going to make sure that screwdriver's at hand just in case the zombie does come in through this window. And is there really going to be a zombie outbreak? Evil Hailer said the other week that there was one as well. I'm scared.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?